All right, guys, good morning. Hi, happy Saturday. Let's take a child's pose. Child's pose or a comfortable seat. Either one of those are good. And these first few moments, so if you're in a child's pose, you can kind of wiggle your hips around. If you're in a seated position, you might start to circle your torso around. If you're in child's pose, maybe coming up onto the fingertips, just some like subtle movement here. Doesn't have to be much. Yeah, you could dip a shoulder down, look underneath the opposite shoulder. Just some level of movement or just acknowledgement of your physical structure, of your physical form, that you're here, that you arrived to your mat this morning. And then as you start to bring more awareness to your body, maybe bring awareness to your breath. Doesn't necessarily need to change, but noticing the quality of your inhale and the quality of your exhale. Let there be a little bit of effort behind that breath. And then these next few moments, wherever you are, start to explore some stillness. Maybe you can start to feel a settling of your hips toward your heels. As much as you can. Child's pose is not always, the most comfortable position. So if you're feeling like there's tension here, just know that that's normal. And acknowledging whatever tension resides in the body, because we're working on identifying where that lives. And starting to use the breath to work through that, some of that. Take a deep breath in. And just a continuous exhale breath out. Two more like that. Slow, deep breath in. Start to feel some expansion happening within the lungs. And then as you exhale, releasing. Last one. Slow, deep breath in. And a continuous exhale breath out. As you start to create a rhythm to your breath, you're going to make your way up into a tabletop. And as you get into tabletop, anything you want to do here, whatever that looks like. That could be circling shoulders around wrists, maybe some cat-cows. And then make your way back to a neutral spine. Flip your hands to face your knees. And then tuck your toes under. Sit back toward your heels. Maybe the base of the palms start to peel off the mat a bit here. And then start to shift your weight forward and back. And between those two spaces, working into the toes, working deeper into the wrists, the fingers. And then back to a neutral tabletop. Flip your hands back around. Make fists with your hands and face the fists towards one another. Keeping your shoulders stacked right over your wrist. Start to lower the backs of the hands down so you open up the hands. The chest will lower. Arms will bend. And then using the forearms to press yourself back up into that fist position and straight arms. And then you're going to go back and forth like that at your pace. That might be a little bit quicker, might be a little bit slower. Maybe even a slight shift forward of your shoulders. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, make your way back onto palms. And then one hand at a time, circle out your wrist or shake it out. If there's something else you want to do or lean into, you can take that as well. Switch hands when you feel ready. And then you're going to find downward facing dog. As you get to down dog, continue to move around, bend and straighten, pedal out your feet, or any other movement that is speaking to you this morning.
Let it go, free your mind, live your life, feed your soul, give your time, see your fam, keep them close.
On your next inhale, lift heels, bend legs, hold right there. So think like bear pose, get yourself as compact as you can. And then bring your chin to your chest. From there, as slow as possible, lead with your upper back as you wave forward to plank. You might have to straighten out the legs. And then bend your legs, hover your knees like hovering tabletop. Pause there. Push your hips towards your heels like hovering child's pose and sit there for a second. Give me a breath. Hips to sky, down dog. Right away, chin to chest. Wave yourself forward as slow as you can. Really articulate your spine. Bend your legs, hover your knees, pause. Sit towards your heels like hovering child's. And then down dog. Last time, chin to chest. Wave yourself forward to your plank. Bend legs, hover knees. Sit towards your heels, hold there. Can you make yourself even more compact? And then downward facing dog. Good. Walk your hands back towards your feet, here at the back of your mat. Take your feet a little wider, grab opposite elbows. You can bounce and sway and bob and weave. Let your arms hang heavy. Put a generous bend in your legs. Slowly you'll roll yourself all the way up to stand. And you have a couple moments standing to do whatever. And that could just be that you stand there and connect to your breath. It could be that you take a side bend. Maybe you float a foot or a leg or circle around.
I never get low, ain't known to police. Cause I roll with the weeks and lunches, jabs, uppercuts and punches. Dance cat for the weeks and dances. I can make peas in hundreds, tens in thousands. Men move mountains, next day same men move ounces. All cash, no checks and bounces. These are my surroundings, and I keep composure. No luck like 3-leaf clover.
Make your way back towards center. Arms can rest down comfortably by your side.
What you gonna do when you can't sleep and your eyes go weak and you can't stay sober?
On your next inhale, sweep the arms up.
Your son's my soldier, just like I told you.
On your exhale, forward fold, nice and slow, hinging at the waist. Inhale, lift chest, lengthen forward. On your exhale, walk it out to your plank, top of a push-up. On a 5 count, know that you can always bring your knees down for these. We'll lower to the belly, chaturanga. Inhale, exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down on 1. Fingertips off the mat, 10 and 2 onto the floor there. Yep. And then inhale, wave yourself up just into that modified cobra. Exhale, back down, belly, chest, forehead. Good. Do that again. Inhale, wiggle, wave yourself up. Exhale, down. 3 more. Inhale, wiggle, wave yourself up. Exhale, down. Last 2. Inhale, wiggle, wave yourself up. Exhale, down. Take your feet, or your hands rather, a little bit wider. Last one. Inhale, wave yourself up and pause there at the top. See if you can press down a bit more through the tops of the shins, the feet, and feel the shoulder blades wrapping down. Exhale, right back down. Press yourself up to a tabletop. As you get into tabletop here, tuck your toes under. Make sure your shoulders again are stacked over wrist, hips over knees. Toes are tucked. Hover your knees a couple inches off the mat and pause there. Come up onto the fingertips of your left hand. Try to float your left hand. Set the left hand down. Fingertips of your right hand. And that might be where you stay. Otherwise, you try to float your right hand. Good, set that down. Switch, float the left hand. Can you lower your left knee more than you think? Yep. Set that down, switch. Can you lower your right knee a little more than you think? Sternum forward. Good, set that down. Lower your knees, keep your toes tucked. Sit towards your heels. Inhale, you're gonna come on up with the arms. From here, make fists with your hands. Close your eyes. Hug the lower belly in. Open your hands, make fists, open your hands, and then move as quickly as you can. And then try to elevate the shoulder blades. Maybe the arms can get stronger and straighter, but continue to hug the lower belly in. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, cactus arms curl back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands return to mat. As you get to this tabletop, hover your knees again, a little different this time. You're gonna float your left toes here first. From this position, spin your right heel flat, so your right leg is bent. Kick your left leg out towards the right side of the room. Can you lift your hips a little higher than you think? Not leg, maybe a little higher than you think. Good, back to middle. Switch, back heel flat, left heel flat. Kick your right leg out. Good, left hand down, back to middle. One more time to the right. Hover, kick that leg as much as you can up and try to lift your hips. Good. Back to middle, switch, moving on from here. Right foot will kick out over here in my direction as you spin the back heel flat. Try to lift your hips a little bit higher, one more breath. Now set your right foot right next to your left and lower your bum all the way down. So your hips are facing towards your heels. Take both hands on either side of your hips facing towards your feet. Take a breath in here. On an exhale, try to lift your bum. From here, you're gonna swing your hips back in between your hands. Try to straighten your legs. Try to straighten your arms. Lean over your legs for 5. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips forward, lift knees forward. Maybe the chest lifts, maybe the gaze drops back. Again, like that, hips pull back in between your hands. You're working at finding this L sit eventually. 5, good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drive your hips forward, knees forward. That escalated quickly, didn't it? Good. One more time. Hips back. We have a whole nother side to do too. Hips back, lean forward. Try to find that compression. Lift, 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 lift. Good. Hips forward, knees forward. Lift your hips up. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Lower your bum down. Plant your right hand now to the front. Okay, so you're gonna plant your left foot, hover your right foot, or you can keep both feet down. First, I want you to lift your hips. So you're in this kind of one-armed reverse tabletop. Now float your right foot, know that you don't have to do this, and start to pivot around to the front so you're in a 2-limbed hovering tabletop. So you're really working balance on your right hand and your left toes. 5, good. 4, 3, 2, set your left hand down, go to a down dog split, right leg to sky. Walk your hands towards your bottom foot so you're in a standing split or a standing L at the back of your mat. And then start to bounce your chest a bit here towards that leg. You can also pulse your lifted leg. And then bend your bottom leg, pull your chest forward, find some balance here. You're gonna come all the way to stand with your right leg out in front of you. And then you're moving that right leg around in any way. That could be circular motions. You might find a Shiva squat or figure 4. And then eventually that right leg will extend back behind you. Warrior C or standing L. Put a bend in your bottom leg. Start to explore some balance there as the sternum extends forward. Give me one more breath where you are. And then bring your fingertips to the mat. Walk yourself out to a down dog split, keeping your right leg lifted. Lift your bottom heel, bend your bottom leg. On your exhale, right knee towards right elbow. Slide that knee to the right wrist. Back up to the right elbow. Again to the right wrist. Back up to the elbow. One more to the right wrist. And then try to slide it higher than the elbow. Hold there. Step outside your right hand. You're in a lizard lunge and you have time here to circle. Maybe a down dog lunge. You can also straighten-ish through that front leg. Walk your hands back in, side that front foot. Left hand will stay where it is. Reach your right arm up in a twist. Look down, right hand down inside that front foot. You can also put on a block or a fist. Spin your back heel flat, reach your left arm up. Left hand down again, spin onto the toes of your back foot, reach your right arm up. You're gonna go back and forth like this at your pace. Spinning your back heel flat as you find that side angle variation. Inhaling, you're reaching, exhaling through the transition. Inhale to your twist, exhale through the transition. Back and forth like that for 5. Good, 4, 3, 2. Finish in your side angle, so spin the back heel flat, reach your left arm up, give me a full cycle of breath there. And then set the left hand down, spin onto the toes of your back foot, lower your back knee down, half splits. Any way you want to take this. Hands could stay inside that front foot, you could also frame your front foot. Maybe a twist of some sort. Bring your hands back forward, rebend your front leg. You're gonna step your left foot outside your left hand, so you're in a yogi squat at the top of your mat. And then take some time there. Maybe that means you bounce, lift heels, move from side to side. And if you're happy in, a few moments of just sitting in that space, breathing in that space, that's good as well. If you can, reach the arms up. Lift your hips a couple inches. A couple more inches. Can the arms reach stronger and straighter? Yes. Take a breath in. Exhale to stand. Cactus arms curl back. Hips will push forward as you try to elevate your chest. Feel the back side of the body coming alive here. Inhale, exhale. You can squat back down or yogi squat, you choose. Hands to mat. Step it back to plank. Top of a push-up. Take a breath in here. Lower to chaturanga, pause. Press up on a 3 count to plank. 3, 2, and 1. Lower chaturanga and pause. Press up on a 3 count. 3, 2, and 1. Last one like that. Lower to chaturanga. Press up 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down to the belly. Take your fingertips off the mat, 10 and 2. Inhale, wave yourself up. Do that 3 times on your own. Inhaling up. You can look over a shoulder maybe. Exhaling back down. Eventually, you'll press yourself back up to a tabletop. As you get to tabletop, tuck your toes under. Situate your shoulders stacking right over your wrists. Hover your knees a couple inches off the mat. Try to float your right hand or just fingertips of your right hand so you're getting used to shifting your weight into one arm. Good, set that down, switch. Feel the weight transfer to your right arm. Still activating the legs. Float the left, good. Set that down, switch. One more time, right hand floats. Sternum forward a bit. Good, right hand down, left hand floats. Again, sternum forward a bit. And then set the left knee down, both knees down. Sit towards your heels, reach up with the arms again. Take a breath in here on your exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, cactus. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands return to mat. Right away, hover your knees again, a couple inches off the mat. So we're gonna go to the left first. Hover your right toes, spin your left heel flat, kick your right leg out towards the left side of the room. Any way you can. Good, return to middle, and then switch. Left leg will kick out any way you can. Keep trying to lift the hips as much as possible. Good, return to middle, out to the left, last round. Good, to middle, out towards the right, hold there. Set the left foot next to the right, lower your bum all the way down. Place both hands on either sides of your hips, facing towards your heels. Take a breath in, that's your prep. Exhale, lift your bum, maybe that's where you stay, otherwise you pull your hips back behind you and you lean forward. Keep trying to lift your hips. 4, strong straight arms, 3, 2, and 1. Hips forward, lift, maybe the knees go forward, maybe the heels lift. Good, back through the hands, the arms. Lift again to that L set. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward. Nice. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Hips in between the hands. Good. Lean, 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 lean. Try to keep lifting. Find some connection to your core. Good. Drive your hips forward, knees forward. Good. From there, just lower your hips right back down. Okay, plant your left hand behind you, now facing towards the front. Lift your hips up. Doesn't need to be a full bridge up. See if you can float your left foot, and know that you can just step your left foot next to the right. You're going to pivot around to the front into a hovering tabletop on 2 limbs. You're trying to hover your right hand, trying to hover your left toes. And then set that right hand down, go to a down dog split. Nice. Walk your hands towards your bottom foot, so you're in a standing split or a standing L at the back of your mat. Might feel good to bounce your chest a bit here, or pulse the leg a bit here. Neither leg needs to be straight. In fact, both can be bent. And then bend your bottom leg, pull your chest forward. That helps with balance. Drive yourself all the way to stand your left leg out in front of you. You're moving your left leg around in any capacity. It's not limited to just the left leg. Maybe you're exploring depth in the right leg. Your way back towards middle, and then start to find warrior C or standing L as the left leg extends back. Go slow. Again, both legs can bend. Try to wrap shoulder blades on your back as you continue to extend the sternum outward. Give me one more breath where you are. And then bring the fingertips to the mat. Walk yourself out to a down dog split, keeping that left leg lifted. Then you're going to lift your bottom heel, bend your bottom leg. Find a little bit of compression there. Left knee will travel to left elbow. Hold there. Slide the knee to the wrist. Back up to the elbow. Slide the knee to the wrist. Back up to the elbow. Good, one more. Slide the knee to the wrist. And then try to slide it up as high as it can, maybe towards the armpit. Pause. Step outside your left hand. Lizard lunge. You're moving around, circling. Down dog lunge. Walk those hands back inside the front foot. Right hand can stay where it is. Reach your left arm up in your twist. Back knee can also be down at any point. And then look down, left hand down inside your front foot, and you're spinning your back heel flat as you reach the right arm up in that side angle. Know that your elbow can work towards knee or hand can be towards block. And then going back and forth like that. Right hand down, left arm will reach up. Let that be your inhale as you reach. Your exhale as you transition through the middle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, transition through the middle, back and forth like that for 5. You don't have to be at my pace. Just find a pace that's specific to you. 4, 3, 2. Finish in that side angle on 1. Reach the right arm up, back heel flat. And then the right hand will lower, spin onto the toes of your back foot, and then lower your back knee down. Half splits or any variation of. Yeah, if you're taking a twist, you got time here. Last few breaths. Walk your hands back towards middle, rebend your front leg. You're stepping that right foot outside your right hand back to that yogi squat. And then if you can, reach your arms straight up or as up as you can. Forward is fine as well, but try to peel your ribcage away from your inner thighs. Yeah. From this space, this depth, can you try to lift your heels up? Nice. Good, set them down. Try to lift your heels up. Good, set them down. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, lift your heels up, hold there. Now lift your bum knee height. Yes. Start to tip your chest forward, reach towards the stage. Think tailbone back, sternum forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, heels down on 1, drive to stand. Exhale, cactus, curl back. An extra breath there too. You can support your low back or walk your hands down your legs. Anything else that feels good. Inhale, exhale, you can squat back down. Hands to mat, step it back to plank vinyasa, whatever that looks like. And that could just be a down dog. You could hop it, step it. Upward facing Urdhva Mukha or your cobra. And then back you go, exhale, downward facing. Take a breath in here. Maybe an exhale breath out the mouth, reset, regroup. Lift your heels, bend your legs, look at your hands, hop your feet outside your hands or step your feet outside your hands. Active squat, reach the arms forward. On your exhale, drive to stand. Cactus arms, curl back. Inhale, exhale, you squat back down. And then all you're doing here is stepping your left foot back. As you step your left foot back, turn both your feet to the right side of the room. Horizon, side plank, or flip it over wild. Right toes will land behind. Can you corkscrew that left shoulder into your back a bit? However you can, on your exhale, step that right foot back to the top of your mat. And then take a flying monkey to the back of your mat. Left leg will bend, right leg will straighten. Staying as low as you can through the middle. Make your way back towards the front. So feel that front heel pull you forward. Good. Back to the front runners and then step it back to plank vinyasa. Upward facing or your cobra. Know that you can also go right back to down dog. Good. Okay, lift heels, bend legs, look at your hands, hop or float outside your hands or step. Active squat, arms reach forward. On your exhale, drive to stand. Cactus arms curl back. Inhale, exhale, you squat back down. Good, hands to mat, step just your right foot back. Horizon lunge over here towards me or side plank or flip it over wild. So both your feet turn to the left. You can also work into side plank with the knee down. However you can, hug that left thigh back in your chest, step it to the top. Flying monkey to the back. Try to stay super low through the middle. That front heel will pull you forward back to the front runners. Good, and then just step it back to plank, vinyasa. The only joke I have is 865 more times. Okay, look forward, bend your legs. Hop or step outside your hands. I'm gonna add in a little bit to that though. Arms will reach forward. Exhale, drive to stand. Good, cactus curl. Inhale, exhale, squat. Hands to mat, step just your left foot back. Horizon, side plank, or flip it over wild. Maybe without that right hand, hug your right thigh into your chest. How slow can you step to the top? Good. Flying monkey to the back. On this one, you're working a half moon to the front, so try to work through the middle again, super slow. As you find half moon, those front toes, make sure they face forward. And as you start to explore a bit more depth, think about your top hip, your left hip rolling up. Your right shoulder working more middle. Good, give me one more breath here. Start to square your hips. Think warrior C or standing L. The hands can work to, both hands can work to a block, or you bring hands to heart. Bend your bottom leg, slow step back your left toes. Crescent A, good, arms will reach up. your back toes, push off those back toes so your weight comes forward into your front leg. Now peel your chest away from your front leg. Reach as far back as you can behind you. Can you find the biggest possible arch in your upper back? Good. Exhale, hands to mat, step it back, vinyasa. Look to hands, lift heels, bend legs, hop, step, float, outside your hands, active squat. Good. Exhale to stand. Cactus curl or any type of back bend is great there. Inhale, exhale, you squat back down. Hands to mat, step just your right foot back. Turn both your feet to the left, horizon, side plank, or flip it over wild, facing towards the left side of the room. And maybe without that left hand, hug your left thigh back into your chest. Slow and controlled step to the top. Flying monkey to the back.
I can't wait to see your face again.
Stay super low through the middle, half moon to the front. So that left heel is pulling you forward. Good. I like keeping the bottom leg bending at least for a couple breaths, maybe the whole time, but it just helps find a little bit of stability, and then maybe work on straightening it, but roll your top hip up. Yeah. Nice and slow. Start to bend your bottom leg, square your hips. Warrior C or standing L. And then slowly step back your right toes. Crescent A. Arms will reach up. Push off those back toes. Try to shift your weight forward more and even sit a little lower. Yeah, now peel your chest away from your front thigh. Biggest possible arch in your back. Exhale, hands to mat. Step it back and lower through. Vinyasa. Upward facing or your cobra. Your applying effort doesn't need to be the most intense every single time. Okay, one more time, adding in still. Look forward, bend legs. Hop or step outside your hands. Active squat. Arms reach forward. Exhale, drive to stand. Pause at the top there for a moment, an extra breath and any back bends. And then you'll squat back down. Hands to mat. Step just your left foot back. Both feet turn to the right, horizon, side plank, or flip it over wild. However you can, hug your right thigh back into your chest, step to the top. Flying monkey to the back. Stay super low through the middle, half moon to the front. And you've got time here. If you want to work to full moon, bend that lifted leg and see if you can reach back slowly and try to grab. You're still trying to rotate that or roll your left hip up. Start to square your hips, bend your bottom leg. So you're in that warrior C or standing L. And then on this one, you're gonna drive to stand. Left ankle is gonna swing in front of your right, so you got both feet on the mat, but your ankle's crossed. Reach your arms up. Look down, lift your heels up. Start to bend your legs, and in order to do that, the knees have to pull apart. So you're thinking Utkatasana. The arms can reach forward. You can even rest your hands on your thighs. Option to stay here or lower the hands, Bakasana with crossed ankles, or you just forward fold. You have plenty of time here, a 5 count. If you're working Bakasana, same thing applies, but now you've got the bottom shin to lift the lifted heel, the top heel up higher. Keeping your ankles crossed, lower the feet back down. Bring your palms to touch underneath your forehead. On your exhale, drive to stand. Reach the arms back up. Look down, your left leg extends out in front of you. Straight or bent, either way, but push your hips forward. Lift your chest and then try to reach your hands back as if you could touch your neighbor behind you, so you have a lot of work in your middle. Slow and controlled, back through warrior C. Slow step back your left toes, crescent A. Inhale, the arms will reach up. Push off your back toes, lunge your hips forward, and then peel your chest as far away from your front leg. Good. Exhale, hands to mat, step it back, vinyasa. last time we do this, lift heels, bend legs, hop or step, outside your hands, active squat. Exhale to stand. Cactus arms, curl back, an extra breath there, and that back bend. Maybe that's a different back bend variation. Inhale, exhale, find your squat. Hands to mat, step just your right foot back. Both feet turn to the left, horizon, side plank, or flip it over wild. Left thigh will hug back into your chest as you step to the top. Good. Walk it around to the back, flying monkey. Try to work low through the middle so the front heel will pull you forward. Half moon. Half moon or full moon? You got a block. Bottom hand to a block is a good starting point there. As you start to explore some balance here or some depth, third time working into this, you might grab your lifted foot. Try to roll that right hip up. Slowly find warrior C just for a breath here or standing L, either way. And then drive all the way to stand. Your right ankle swings in front of your left ankle, both feet on the mat, crossed ankles. Reach your arms up. Look down. Start to lift your heels. Maybe that's where you stay. Otherwise, you start to bend your legs. The knees have to reorganize, so they got to pull apart. You can stay there. You can work Bakasana with crossed ankles. Forward fold with crossed ankles. Nice, 3. Shift your weight into your fingertips and then press into your fingertips, 2. Good, feet will lower to the mat. Cross still, hands together underneath forehead. On your exhale, drive to stand. Reach the arms up. Your right leg out in front of you now. Straight or bent either way, but I want you to push your hips towards the stage and try to lean back, so it requires a lot of connection to your middle. Back through warrior C, slow. Step it back, crescent A. Last one here, arms will reach up. Drive off your back toes, shift your weight forward, and then think chest away from front leg as much as you can. Good, exhale, hands to mat. Step it back to plank. On a 5 count, you're gonna lower to the belly. Chaturanga, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down on 1, relax. You can take your gaze to one side, or place, your hands underneath your forehead. Oh, move your legs around. You can circle or windshield wiper. Switch your gaze once you lower the legs back down. And then bring your forehead to the middle. Reach your right arm. We'll do this 2 times. So reach your right arm out towards the right, just a shoulder stretch here. So the first round we'll keep the arm straight. The second round we'll cactus. Roll onto your right hip. That left foot can land somewhere behind. I've been trying to reach the top foot as close to that reaching hand as I can. And that looks like a lot of different things. You can squeeze your heel to your bum. Feel that hamstring. You can grab your foot like a lot of you are doing. Good. Nice and slow, roll yourself back towards the middle. And then switch it up. Left arm will extend out. As you roll into your right hip, trying to squeeze maybe right foot towards that left hand. Add a little bit of pressure in your left hand. Doesn't have to be much, but just notice how maybe that shoulder blade drives into your back a bit more. And maybe that helps the rotation. I'm so into pieces. Good, roll yourself back to the middle of the chest. Okay, now cactus your right arm. And then look at your right elbow. I want the elbow in line with the shoulder so that the hand is above the head. From there, roll into your right hip slowly. You might notice it feels a lot, like for me, it feels a whole lot different and a lot more restricted. So take your time working into this. And then add some pressure in your right hand and that right elbow potentially. Good, roll yourself back to middle slowly. Organize your left arm. Let that elbow try to be in line with the shoulder as much as it can. And then as you roll to the left hip, add a little more pressure in that left hand and the elbow. Roll yourself back to middle. Good, take your fingertips off the mat, 10 and 2, just one time. Inhale, you'll wave yourself up. Keep your chest lifted as much as it can. Lower just your belly. Look down, hover your head, float your legs. Get strong and straight in your legs. Now cactus your arms. Option to stay there, you could reach back and interlace your hands or make fists with your hands. Can you get stronger and straighter in your legs? And then think more lengthen your spine. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, you're down. Nice. We could take Shavasana like this. That'd be pretty sweet, right? Let's press back to a child's pose. And maybe you're working through a tabletop or cat your back, something that feels good. You get to child's pose. If you want to keep working, headstand, traditional headstand, dolphin, Pinchamayurasana. If you're in a child's pose, you might walk your hands to one side. How's the quality of your breathing? Let it be intentional, let it be purposeful. If you're inverted, stay inverted as long as you would like to. Okay, you're gonna find your way back, downward facing dog. Last little bit here. Take a breath in. Exhale, breath out. Okay, inhale, wave yourself forward to plank, top of a push-up. Left hand down, right arm up, Vashisthasana. Keep either your right heel in front of your left big toe or your right foot stacked on top of your left. Your knee can also be down. From here, float your right leg in any height, doesn't matter. Just add a little bit of effort there. Try to lift your hip up a little bit more. Give me one more full breath here. Keeping the right leg floating, lower your right elbow and forearm to the mat. So your right arm is in that elbow plank. Your left arm is in chaturanga. So that left palm is flat, float your right foot. Hug your right thigh to your chest. Kick your right leg towards the left side of the room. Spin your back heel flat. You're in a fallen triangle on your elbow. You could also pop up under the right hand if that is helpful here. Give me one more breath as you spiral your chest towards the stage. Set that left hand flat again. Step back to that funky chaturanga elbow plank. And then press back up to side plank on the left arm. Just as a transition, hug your right thigh into your chest. And step your right foot to the top of your mat. Spin the back heel flat, open it up to warrior B. And then take your hands, either grab your rib cage or your waist. Straighten your front leg. Re-bend your front leg and then drive your knee as far forward as you can of your shin. In fact, maybe so far forward that your front heel lifts up a bit. Yeah, hands can be wherever, they can still stay at the waist. Try to collapse a bit into your back foot, which is the opposite of what I would tell you to do in a side angle, but you're working a bit more mobility here. Last 3, 2, on 1. Good, straighten your front leg. Nice, now rebend your front leg. Pause there. Your left arm, swing it underneath your right. Eagle wrap your arms or bring your palms together right in front of your forehead. And then can you move your elbows a little bit more middle of your mat? And then maybe look over your right shoulder. keeping the arms. Take a breath in as long as you can. Exhale, think humble warrior, but in a warrior bee stance, so a little bit longer, or maybe a side angle with eagle arms. Either way, can your right hip pull back a bit? And then see if you can rotate or roll your left hip up if you're in that side angle. Keep the arms, drive to stand. Straighten your front leg. Turn both your feet over here towards the wall. So your arms are still crossed when you forward. Shorten your stance here. So bring your feet in a little bit. You're gonna keep your biceps crossed, your elbows crossed. As you forward fold here, that right hand will grab your left shin. Your left hand's gonna grab your right shin. And you might find that you wiggle your feet out a little bit wider. You might find that a more narrow stance is helpful. Option to stay there or rotate your chest towards your back leg. And then try to tuck your head underneath that arm so that you can turn your body, or your upper body, towards the top. Good, gently release that back to middle. Let your body hang there for a moment. Just in a forward fold, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's a more passive shape. Shrug your shoulders, shake out your body. And then come up onto the fingertips. Heel toe your feet into a yogi squat. As you get to your yogi squat here, reach the arms up. So a little bit of mobility work here, and you can do this with or without your hands. You're gonna dip your left knee to the top of your mat and lower the knee down so you're sitting towards the heel. You got your toes tucked. This might be where you be. Okay, your hands can be on the mat. Otherwise, you try to lift your left knee up. Your right foot never needs to leave the mat, but maybe you explore floating your right leg. So you're really working on digging the heel in towards your bum and digging the toes into the mat. Set that right foot back down, work through the middle back to that yogi squat. And then to the back of the room, right knee can tap. Maybe sit to the heel. Maybe try to float your left leg. Again, that left foot never has to leave. Good, back to middle, moving on from here to the front. One last time, left knee dips. Maybe the right leg floats. And then on this one, set that right foot flat. As you find warrior C, left arm underneath the right, eagle wrap the arms, or bring your palms together underneath your forehead. Take a breath in here. Exhale to stand eagle. Left leg will swing up and around the right. Figure 4 is great. Utkatasana is also great. Last full breath. Keep your arms, one more pose here. Drive to stand, your left leg out in front. Big half wide circle to half moon with eagle arms. Take that slow. In fact, I find that if you keep both legs bending until you find balance in your bottom leg, it makes it a little bit easier to lift your elbows out and up to the left side of the room. Last 2 breaths. Good, as you step back to warrior B, unravel your arms, so good. Inhale, reverse your triangle, straighten through that front leg. Exhale, windmill the hands down, take your right leg to the sky. You can flip it over wild or anything else that feels good. If you want to work side plank again, you can play into that as well. Flip it back, step it back, vinyasa. Upward facing or your cobra, good. Exhale back, downward facing. Okay, last side. Inhale, wave it forward to plank. This is it, and then we're going to a rocks. Right hand down, left arm up, Vashisthasana, side plank. Float your left leg, and it doesn't have to be much, just add a little effort. Keep that left leg floating. Lower your left elbow to the mat. So you're in that funky elbow plank, chaturanga. Hug your right elbow in a little bit. Good. Now hug your left knee into your chest. Kick the leg underneath you to fall in triangle on the elbow or the left palm. you're going back to that elbow chaturanga variation. On an exhale, press up to side plank. Good. Right hand down, left arm reaches up. Hug your left thigh into your chest. Slow and controlled step to the top of your mat. Open it up, warrior B. Good. And then hands to your hips or your waist. Straighten your front leg. Pause there. Just catch your breath for a moment. Rebend your front leg. And then lunge your front knee as far forward past that shin as you can. So arching or dumping into the arch of your back foot, obviously the opposite of what you would do here, but try to keep driving your knee forward. How low can you sit? Good. From there, straighten your front leg, big push. Rebend your front leg, warrior B, arms extend out. And then you're swinging your right arm underneath the left. Eagle wrap or palms together at the forehead. Take a breath in here. On your exhale, humble warrior B, which, you know, traditionally speaking, we'd work to from warrior A. So your stance is longer. Maybe you work more into that side angle with eagle arms. Either way, your left hip can pull back slightly. Keep your arms, drive to stand. Straighten your front leg, turn both your feet to the side of the room. From there, shorten your stance up a little bit. On your exhale, you'll forward fold. Keeping your arms crossed, you'll grab opposite shins. And you might find that you can wiggle your feet a little wider, of course, or a little closer, but get a good grip. And if you're working that little twist, you're twisting towards the back right leg, and you're trying to tuck your head underneath your left armpit.
It's moving slow, emotions getting numb from the words that I've been told.
Good. Make your way back to center. Everything releases, and just pause there. Hang there. So if you want to get upside down, here's an opportunity. You have extra time here in this wide-legged forward fold. If you want center splits or frog pose or anything else, you've got time. Yeah, that was good.
Dancing in the sun. Keep on dancing like in the summer where we'd all begun. Keep on dancing.
Yes.
Keep on dancing.
Last 5 breaths.
Keep on dancing, dancing in the sun. Keep on dancing like in the summer where we'd all begun.
Okay, make your way back onto your feet, your fingertips. Yeah. Heel toe your feet into a yogi squat. Okay, so that mobility work again. If you can, reach arms up. You're gonna pivot around to the front. So the right knee drops in. You try to sit towards the heel and maybe float the left foot. The foot doesn't ever have to leave the mat. Good, set the left foot down, work through the middle. Think about pushing the inner thighs away. Pivot around towards me at the back. Good, working through the hips. Set that foot down, back to the middle, through yogi squat, around to the front. This is it right here. Set that foot down, bend the leg, lean forward, eagle wrap your arms or any variation of warrior C. Right arm can swing underneath left, palms can be underneath forehead. Take a breath in, exhale, that right leg will swing up and around the left, full eagle, or Utkatasana legs, figure 4 legs. At any point you can release it all. Last 5. How can the bottom support you? 4, 3, 2. Keep the arms, drive to stand, right leg out in front, big half wide circle to half moon. Lift your knee as high and as wide as it can go to the right as you lean to the left. Both legs, if you bend them, see if that gives you some support first. Can you roll that top right hip open? And then a slow step back, warrior B. Nice, good. You guys release the arms. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Inhale, exhale, windmill the hands to the mat, bend that front leg, take your left leg to the sky. You can flip it over wild side plank if you want one more time. Flip it back, step it back, vinyasa. As you get to down dog, hold down dog for a moment. Take a breath in. Exhale. Good, do that again. Breath in. Exhale. Last one, breath in. Exhale. Look forward, bend legs. Hopper step to a seat, and you'll find your way onto your back. Okay. How do we feel? Are we good? Are we alive here? Once you get onto your back, let your feet land to the edges of your mat and your knees knock middle. Let's take right hand to belly, left hand to heart. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, you will. Take a breath in. Exhale. Do that again. Slow, deep breath in. A continuous exhale. Good. Last one. Slow, deep breath in. A continuous exhale, breath out. Good. If you're happy there, you'll stay there. Otherwise, organize your body for bridge or upward facing bow. You've got two this morning. If you're taking two or you're taking one or none, great. Find a position to work into, and then on your inhale, do your thing. If you're coming up into that back bend, try to find some even pressure through the feet. And then just like your breath's been supporting you, the entire journey on your mat this morning, can it really support you here? These last, big moments of effort, really. Washed away the lockdown wick, 'cause it feels getting dry and it burns up quick. Nice and slow, lower all the way back down. And you can do this whether you're in a back bend or not. Reach your hands towards the sky, make fists with your hands, and then circle out your wrists. You can go both directions. You can open and close the hands, anything that feels good there. Okay, second back bend. If you're coming on up, bridge, upward facing bow, camel. On your inhale, do your thing. Can't be your angel all the time. Only God knows that I've tried. Can't fix every broken part. You spend so much time just living in the dark, and I hope you know that wherever you are, there's still paths you can take. Last 5. And I said, washed away the lockdown wick, 'cause it feels getting dry and it burns up quick. 2. Like the way your restless mind lets in every day. On 1, come on down, good. And then just rest there, whatever that looks like to you. And I'm lost in all my sin. If heaven lets me in, will I see your face again? You spend so much time just living in the dark, and I hope you know that wherever you are. Reach your arms over your head. Straighten your left leg out in front of you. And then keeping your arms over your head, so drive your left heel down first, so flex that foot action in your left leg. Hug your right knee in without grabbing. Just squeeze that knee up. Find that compression. Cactus your arms. Without grabbing still, let the right knee start to drape over towards the left side of your mat. As you do that, keep pressing down through your right shoulder blade. So you're trying to really work this twist through your upper back. Eventually you can grab outside the knee with the left hand or outside the foot with the left hand. Good, make your way back through center. Right leg will extend out. Kick that heel down, so action in the right leg. Arms can reach over your head to start. And then using the hip flexor strength that you worked a lot of today, hug your left thigh towards your ribcage shoulder. Cactus the arms. Let the knee start to drape to the right, but continue to press through your left shoulder blade. Eventually you can grab outside the knee or the foot. Can your tailbone lengthen a bit more to the front so you're finding some engagement through your middle, your core? Okay, make your way back to center. And from there, just slide it out to Shavasana. Of course, if you want a shoulder stand or a plow, those are always available here to work into. Wiggle around till you feel comfortable. That can look like a lot of different things. Doesn't need to be straight arms, straight legs. Could be seated if that's better. If you've made your way in Shavasana, take a deep breath in. A continuous exhale breath all the way out. Do that one more time. Slow breath in. A continuous exhale breath all the way out. Let your breath return to its normal pace as you start to feel a settling of your physical form. Let your mind do whatever it's going to do. It's going to wander into different environments, and that's okay. It's important to remember we're not trying to stop our mind, just observing. And then keep trying to find ways to let go here.